children, good morning all of you. Our today's lesson is of EVS 1. Okay. I am myself, Mrs. Swati Rambali from Kirnagar English Municipal School number 2. I am very thankful to our administrative officer, Mrs. Chaya Salve Madam, our beat officer, Mrs. Asmita Kasle Madam, our nodal HM, Mrs. Pushpam Mary Paul Madam, and our assistant nodal HM, Mrs. Manpriti Kaur Anand Madam, our CNO, Mr. Ratilal Kisan Gurungule Sir, and our headmistress, Mrs. Sudha Arsule Madam. Now, children, tell me, nowadays, are you going to school?
No,
No. Why are you not going to school, children?
because of the coronavirus.
Because of the coronavirus. Yes, very good. So, what happens in this coronavirus? Can anybody tell me?
Or in the world,
Hmm.
all the people have coronavirus.
Yes. So, this coronavirus, it is a disease which is spreading. Yes or no? So,
Yes.
such type of disease which is spreading through a virus, it is called a infectious disease. It is called a infectious disease. So today we are going to study our lesson, infectious disease and how to prevent them. So we will study about this various types of the disease which are spreading through infection through the virus and how we can protect ourselves from this disease. Okay, children? Now, can you tell me what can you see in this picture?
One girl got a hurt.
Yes, very good. One girl got hurt and it is bleeding. Okay, the wound, blood is coming out from the wound. So she's crying. Okay. Now,
Yes.
when your friends fall while playing and get hurt, does anyone tell you don't go near them? You will also get hurt.
No, teacher.
No, it will not happen. If your friend is getting hurt, so you will go and you will help them. No, nobody will tell you that don't go near her. You will also get hurt. No, it will not spread to you. Okay, understood?
Yes.
Now, see the next slide, children. What can you see?
One mother stomach got headache.
Stomach headache. One mother has got headache. Yes. Suppose your mother is having a headache. Do you also get a headache if you go near her?
No.
No, we will not get the headache because it is not spreading. It is not spreading. It is not passing on from one person to other. Okay. Now see the next slide, children. What can you see? What happened to the boy?
The boy is sick.
Yes, the boy is sick because he's having fever. Yes or no? So he is sick. So when it is that you are told not to go near a sick person, not to use their utensils for eating or drinking, not to use their hankies, towels or clothes. When a person is sick, we are told that you should not go near him. Yes or no? Because what will happen? The germs which are there, they will pass on to us from his body through air, through water. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. So when a person is sick, we are advised not to go near a sick person so that we will not be infected. If we will go near him, what will happen? We will also get the infection what the sick person is having. So it is always our elders advise us that we should not go near a sick person. Okay. So infectious disease. Mother's burn. Suppose your mother has got a burn or your grandpa is having a backache. His back is paining. Are they passed on from one person to another? Yes, children.
What,
Suppose
teacher?
suppose your mother has got the burn. Okay, her hand has burned, or your grandpa is having backache. So, is that disease going to pass from them to you?
No.
Burns and the back? No, that this will not pass on from them to others. Okay. However, one has to take care to stay away from people who are ill. The person who is ill, who is not feeling well, with the flu, suppose he's having a fever or cold, or suppose he's having the disease of the skin like the ringworm, scabies, chicken pox. What happens in such type of disease? This disease spread from one person to other person. This disease spread from one person to other person. Such disease are called infectious disease. So the disease which are spreading from one person to other person, such disease are called infectious disease. Can anybody repeat what is infectious disease?
Teacher, from mother.
From one person to another person. The disease which spread from one person to other person, such disease are called infectious disease. Yes? Yes, children?
This disease spread from one person to another. Third disease are called infection disease.
Yes. So this is the definition of infectious disease. The disease spreading from one person to other person. Such disease are called infectious disease. And now, how are these disease caused? Infectious disease. They are caused by microorganisms. Microorganisms means very, very small germs which are there in the environment, which we cannot see with our eyes. We are not able to see them with our eyes. They are invisible to us because they are very, very small, minute germs which we cannot see with our eyes. Every infectious disease is caused by a specific microorganism or germ. Every disease. There are different types of disease now which are spreading through germs. So every infectious disease is spread by a specific microorganism or germ. When the germs of a particular disease enter the body and begin to grow, the person gets the disease. So when the germs are entering the body of a person, that germs grow in that person's body and that person is getting that disease. Okay? So when the
Yes.
germs enter a particular person's body, so that disease germs start growing in his body and that person is getting that disease. So such disease which are spread through germs are called infectious disease. Okay, children?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Now see next. Now, what can you see in this picture, children?
This is a picture about a river, and there
Yes.
are two women. They are washing the clothes, and
Yes.
one woman is filling
One-
the water,
yes.
and there is one who is washing their cow, and
Yes.
one is swimming on the water.
Yes. Swimming in the
And
water.
teacher, there is a boy.
Huh.
She is doing washroom near the tree.
Yes, near the tree. Yes, very good, very good. Now see, all these activities they are carried out in the river water. So what happens when you are washing your clothes? All the dirt from your clothes and utensils if you are washing. So all the dirt which is there in the clothes and the utensils that gets mixed with the water. And the man is filling the same water in his pot. Yes or no? So what will happen? So whatever germs are there in this water, that will be passed on to that water and we are drinking that same water. So what will happen if we will drink such water? So now see, the women are washing the clothes, they are washing the utensils. So whatever dirt is there in their clothes and the utensils, that dirt is all mixing with the water in the river. Now that one boy is jumping in the river water. Yes or no? And then one boy is giving a bath to his cow. So whatever dirt is there on the cow, that all dirt is mixing with the river in the water in the river. Okay. So this water, when all these activities are carried out in the river water, the water becomes contaminated. It is not good for drinking. And the people are drinking the same water. So what will happen? They will fall sick.
They will
Because
fall sick.
they will fall sick because the water is not clean and pure. It is having the germs. So if you drink such water, what will happen? You will fall sick and you will get the disease. Okay? Various type of disease you will get because of this contaminated water. So we should not contaminate water. We should keep the water clean. Okay? So how we can prevent the disease by the water? So we can see, to avoid waterborne disease, we should. What should we do first? Drink only safe water. This water which is pure.
First, we have to boil the water.
Yes, we have to boil the water. And nowadays we are having the AquaGuard at home. Yes or no? So with the AquaGuard, what happens? The water is filtered. And that filtered water is good for our body. So we will drink the filtered water, we will not fall sick and we will not get the disease. So if you are not having AquaGuard, you have to boil the water. So when you will boil the water, the germs, whatever germs are there in the water, they will be killed and the water will become safe for drinking. So first thing is, whenever you are drinking the water, you have to drink safe water, means filtered water or boiled water. You should not drink directly from the tap. Huh? Then wash your hands with soap or hand wash after using washroom. So when you go to the washroom, what happens? The germs which are there in your hands, you will not be able to see. So when you go to the washroom, you have to always wash your hands with soap or hand wash after using the washroom so that you become safe. Okay, understood, children?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Then, when you drink such water, when there is an epidemic of gastro or jaundice, people are advised to boil water before drinking. So here you can see, children, the water is boiled on the gas stove. Can you see?
Yes, teacher.
Yes. So boiling kills the germs present in the water. And when
Teacher, my mother is always giving the boiled water to
it's very
drinking.
good. So when you boil the water, the germs present in the water are killed and the water becomes safe for drinking. So when there is an epidemic means when many people get the same type of the disease. So that is called an epidemic. So gastro. Now here gastro is a disease caused to the esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, our gallbladder, pancreas and liver. These are all our internal organs. So gastro is a type of a disease which is affecting the internal organs which are there for the which are helping us in the digestion process, and it is caused by drinking contaminated water. When you drink such contaminated water, then our internal organs which are helping us in the digestion, they get the disease. Okay. Now second is jaundice. Now jaundice is a disease of the liver. Jaundice is the disease of the liver. In jaundice what happens, our eyes become yellow or white and we don't understand that this person is suffering from jaundice, so we have to do the test for that. And when we have this jaundice, our body becomes very weak, and it also caused by a virus when we drink the contaminated water. So we should be very, very careful whenever we are drinking water. Always it is good to drink filter or safe water. Whenever we are going out, that time we are drinking water at the railway stations and all, in the hotels and all. So that time also we have to see that we are drinking filtered water so that we are not getting in contact with the such type of disease like gastro or jaundice, because it is very, very harmful for us. So always, children, you have to be very careful when you drink water, okay? Because many diseases are spread through contaminated water. Smaller towns and villages, when there are small towns and villages, bleaching powder is added to community sources of water. What the people are doing, they are adding bleaching powder they are adding to the water sources like the rivers, wells, then lakes and all. So that what happens, the germs which are there in the water, they get killed and the water becomes safe for drinking. Here you can see, what can you see in this picture? What is the woman doing, boy and the men are doing? What can you see in the picture, beta?
Teacher, from the well, filled the man's were filling the water and the woman
Yes.
is washing the clothes.
Yes, yes. The woman is washing the clothes and the boy is carrying the water to his house. Yes or no? So what they are doing in the well, they are adding bleaching powder. So when they are adding bleaching powder, the water becomes safe for drinking because it kills the germs which are there in the water. Bleaching powder kills the germs which are present in the water. Okay, children, understood?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Now see the next slide. So to prevent the spread of disease in this manner, it is best to avoid. So if you want to protect yourself from such disease, what we have to do, we have to avoid washing clothes near the water sources like the wells, rivers and all. You should not wash your clothes because whatever dirt or germs are there in your clothes, that will get mixed with the water. So it is always preferable to not to wash your clothes near the water sources. Then bathing in the water sources. People are taking their bath in the river water. So this should be avoided so that the water remains safe. Then defecating on the banks of the water. Defecating means after the food is digested in the body, the unwanted waste matter is thrown out of our body in the form of solid and liquid. That is called defecating. So we should not defecate near the banks of the water because this water we are using for drinking. So always we should keep in mind that we should not wash our clothes, we should not bath in the water sources, or we should not defecate on the banks of the water to avoid contamination of water. Okay, children?
Yes, teacher.
Now see children, this is all what we have studied about water. Now we will study about the food, how the disease are spreading through our food. What can you see in this picture children?
Teacher, in the first picture, we can see a family has gone in the restaurant to eat food.
Yes,
The
yes, yes,
condition of the hotel is not good. The hotel
yes,
is uncleaned, not hygiene. The food cake
yes,
is
very,
uncovered. Rats
yes,
are passing on it. The
yes,
tables are unclean. All the leftover food is seen on it. The
yes,
waiter is looking very ugly and unclean. All
yes,
the nearby environment is in unclean condition.
yes, very good, beta, very good. See, the restaurant itself is not clean. The very first thing for when we eat the food, it should be clean. Yes or no? The place should be clean. Here we can see that the place is very untidy. Cleanliness is not there, and the rats are moving here and there. Flies are sitting on the food. And what can you see in the second picture, beta?
Teacher, the men are eating food at the open ground.
Yes, the people are eating the food in the open space, and the place is also very dirty. So, when such type of food we eat, what happens? You will have the problem in your stomach, and means you will face the problem of gastro and diarrhea. Gastro is a disease of the intestinal disease, which is caused to our internal organs by eating the contaminated food also, not only by water but also by food. So, when you eat such type of food, you will also get diarrhea. Diarrhea means loose watery stools, means you will have to go to your motions again and again. So when you eat this contaminated food, such type of food, which is not clean, which is not kept covered, all flies, insects, mosquitoes, rats, all are moving on that food. So, and the place is very untidy, all dirt is settling on that food. And if you eat such type of food, what will happen? You will fall sick and you will get the disease of the intestine like the gastro and the diarrhea, and you will also become weak. So always we have to keep in mind that we should eat clean food and covered food. Always we have to eat clean and covered food so that we will not fall sick. Here, what can you see in this picture, children?
Anyone is washing their hands and the
Ah,
food is covered.
yes, very good. So we should always eat
Teacher,
covered
we
food.
should
We should
always
always
wash
eat
our
covered.
hands clean and keep food covered.
Yes, and we should always wash our hands before eating food, and whenever we are serving to others, when we are giving food to others, that time also we have to take care that we are washing our hands clean with soap, and then only we are giving to others, we are serving others and eating. Okay, so before eating anything, you have to wash your hands clean with the soap so that whatever germs are present on your hands, they are washed away with the water. So always it is advisable to wash your hands with soap and keep the food covered. And then only you have to eat the food to avoid your means to make yourself safe from getting the disease. Okay. Now, the disease are also spread by insects. First, we have seen of water. Second, we have seen of food. Now, the disease are also spreading through insects. You may be aware that one can get malaria and dengue from the bite of a certain kind of a mosquito. You can see in the picture a mosquito.
Yes, teacher.
Yes. So whenever there is a mosquito bites, you get the fever of malaria and dengue. Okay. You get the fever of malaria and dengue when the mosquito bites you. And the fever is very, very high fever. You get very high fever in malaria, and dengue. And it happens because of the mosquito bite. So which type of mosquito causes this malaria fever? We will see. When this type of mosquito bites someone who has malaria, the malaria germs in that person's blood enter the mosquito's body with the blood it sucks. Suppose one person is having malaria fever and a mosquito is biting him. What will happen? The mosquito is sucking the blood of that person who is having malaria. And again, that same mosquito is biting us. So what will happen? That blood will go in our body and we will get that malaria fever. Okay. So this is how the malaria is spreading from the mosquitoes. And this disease is caused by a malaria type of a female mosquito, and that female mosquito is called Anopheles. malaria fever is spread by a female mosquito, and the name of that mosquito is Anopheles. And dengue fever is passed on from a mosquito which is known as Aedes. Okay, which is known as Aedes. Okay, children, understood how the malaria fever and the dengue fever is passed? It is passed by the mosquitoes. Okay, biting of the mosquitoes causes dengue and malaria fever. Now, to prevent mosquitoes from breeding, we must ensure there is no stagnant water in the surrounding. What can you see in this picture, children?
Tire.
Yes, we can see the tires of the vehicles. Yes or no? So these tires, they remain at one place for many days. And suppose it is raining, what will happen? The water of the rainwater will get collected inside the tire, and nobody is taking out the water from this tire, and the water remains in that tire. So that water becomes stagnant water. And what happens? Here the mosquitoes start breeding, means growing more and more, a breeding ground for mosquitoes. So we should always make sure that the water is not stagnant. It is flowing water. Water should not be stagnant, means water should not collect at one place for more time. So when water is collected at one place for a longer period of time, the mosquito starts breeding in them. So we should see that breeding of the mosquitoes is stopped, and we keep the environment, our surrounding clean. If we keep the surroundings clean, the mosquitoes will not breed in a such place. Clean environment, mosquitoes breed in the unclean environment. But if that is not possible, insecticides have to be used. The disease like malaria and dengue can be prevented. What can you see in this picture? What is given?
Teacher, we are using this for the insect.
Yes, they are using the mosquito coil, they are using morphine so that the mosquitoes die and we will not get the disease like malaria and dengue. And also insecticides are used to prevent ourselves from dengue and malaria. Now, we have studied the disease spread through water, food, insects. Now we will see how the disease are spread through air. Disease of the throat and the chest spread through the air. For example, tuberculosis, swine flu, etc. That is why we are told to cover our nose and mouth when we cough or sneeze. So when we cough or when we sneeze, always it is advisable to us that we should cover our nose and mouth with our handkerchief. Why? Because when we are sneezing, what happens? The germs which are there in the body, they are thrown out of the body through the nose and the mouth. And when we are spitting, that time also what happens? The germs are passed on through the spit in the environment. So it is always advisable to us that we should cover our nose and mouth when we cough or sneeze. And tuberculosis, it is the infectious disease that mainly affects your lungs. It is a disease which is affecting your lungs. It spreads through air. It is spreading through air. And swine flu is also the same, which is spreading through virus. So it is always advisable. So to protect ourselves from the such type of infectious disease, we have to cover our nose and mouth whenever we cough or sneeze, and we should not spit in the open. We should always keep these two things in our mind, that disease are spreading through air also. So we have to cover our nose and mouth whenever we cough or sneeze, and we should not spit in the open. Nowadays, the coronavirus is going on. Yes or no? So whenever we go out, what are we doing? Nowadays, when you go out, what are you using?
Mask.
Yes,
Mask.
we are using mask, right?
Sanitizer. Teacher,
Yes,
mask and sanitizer.
we are using mask and sanitizer. Why? Because this virus, it is spreading through air. It is spreading through air. So we are covering our nose and mouth so that we are not affected by it. So disease spread through air also. Now, to prevent the spread of disease through air, people should cover the nose and mouth when sneezing or coughing and avoid spitting in the open. So whenever you sneeze or whenever you cough, you have to cover your nose and mouth so that the disease or the germs, they are not spreading in the environment. So we have to always keep these two things in our mind, that we should not spit in the open and we should cover our nose and mouth while coughing and sneezing to protect ourselves from the virus, because diseases are spreading through air also. What can you see in this picture, children?
The The boy is wear a mask.
Yes, the boy is wearing a mask. If it is necessary to be with such a patient, a mask should be worn to cover the nose and the mouth. If sometimes it happens that you have to take that patient to the hospital who is having fever and all, who is not well, who is sick. So what you should do, you should wear a mask. You should cover your nose and mask so that the disease are not spreading to you. So to protect yourself from the disease or the virus, you have to cover your nose and mouth. An epidemic of a disease. Now, what do you mean by the epidemic of a disease? When many people in one area get the same infectious disease all at the same time, we say that there is an epidemic of the disease. When one type of disease is spreading to a large number of people at the same time in one area, then we say that we are having the epidemic of the disease. Now, which epidemic we are facing nowadays?
Corona.
Yes, coronavirus. We are facing the epidemic of coronavirus because many people are infected with this disease. Okay, so this is called epidemic when many people get affected to the same infectious disease at the same time. Examples of an epidemic of a disease. So, what are the different examples which are there of an epidemic? First is the flu. Flu is the viral infection that affects the respiratory system. Flu is a viral infection which affects our respiratory system. Then second is conjunctivitis. Conjunctivitis is a disease of the eyes in which the eyes become red. Yes or no, children? Sometimes you have no conjunctivitis.
Yes.
Yes, eyes become red and there is swelling in the eyes
Yes.
and
Yes.
your eyes also pain, and it is a infectious disease. It is passed on from one person to another. So whenever you have conjunctivitis, are you allowed in the school, children?
No.
No, you are not allowed to come to school. Why? Because it is an infectious disease. It is spreading from one person to another. So whenever you have conjunctivitis, you have to stay at home. Okay. Then third one is cholera. Cholera is also an infection that spreads through contaminated water. So when you drink this contaminated water, you get this cholera disease. And what happens in this cholera? You get stomach ache and the vomiting. And you will not take proper care, that can also take place. So you have to be very, very careful whenever you are suffering from cholera. And then the next is malaria. Malaria is a disease which you get by the biting of the mosquitoes. Okay. Then nowadays we are facing COVID-19 pandemic disease. All of you know that because of this COVID-19, what happened? The virus is spreading very fast and many people are infected to this disease. So these are the epidemic disease which are spread. Now, what is the other preventive measure we can take? That is the vaccination. Now we have started the vaccination of coronavirus. Vaccination is going on, children.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, nowadays the vaccination has come and all people are mostly taking the vaccination. Another way to prevent disease is vaccination. You have to take the vaccine. Our body develops resistance to a particular disease if we are vaccinated against it. Now, what is a vaccine? A vaccine is an inactivated, dead, or killed form of a bacteria or virus that is injected into the body to activate our immune system. So, when we take the vaccination, what happens? Our immunity system becomes good.
Teacher, from the Arya.
So, in this vaccination, our immunity system is developed. Soon after a baby is born, she is given the tuberculosis vaccine. The small child is born, the child is given the vaccination of tuberculosis. Tuberculosis is the infectious disease that affects our lungs. It spreads through air. So when the small child is born, he or she is given the tuberculosis vaccine. And when the baby is 1.5 months old, he or she is given vaccinations against diphtheria, whooping cough, tetanus, and polio. Now, diphtheria is an infectious disease caused by a bacteria. Then, whooping cough is a contagious respiratory infection. And tetanus is a bacteria and it affects our nervous system. And polio is caused by the polio virus and the virus spreads person to person and can infect a person's spinal cord causing paralysis. So as soon as the baby becomes 1.5 months old, the baby is given the vaccination of diphtheria, whooping cough, tetanus, and polio so that the child is safe. Okay, and the polio vaccine is given orally. Vaccination of polio is given orally. It is not in the form of an injection. You can see in the picture, the drops are put in the mouth.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, and this polio vaccine is given to the child till the age of 5 years. Polio vaccination is given to the child till the age of 5 years. Okay, so that the child is safe from polio. If someone in the family gets an infectious disease, the government health department should be informed so that necessary steps for preventing the spread of the disease can be taken. Suppose in the family, if anybody is having the infectious disease, we have to inform the government health department so that they will help us to prevent the spread of this disease. Nowadays, you can see about the coronavirus, how we are getting the information on the TV, radio, mobile phones. Whenever you call somebody, you are told about the coronavirus, that you have to use the mask, you have to use the sanitizer, you should not go. All these informations you get through the mass media. So you have to inform the health department so that we can stop the spreading of this disease. People are also educated about the right methods of handling drinking water, how we should handle our drinking water and food. They are urged to maintain cleanliness in their surroundings, and people are also told that you have to keep the surrounding clean, and you should eat clean covered food and clean drinking water. So all these things are informed to us. People are getting the knowledge, okay, through the mass media. So always we have to remember that cleanliness, a balanced diet, and vaccination are essential for the prevention of infectious disease. So if we want to keep ourselves prevented from this disease, infectious disease, the very first thing we have to keep in your mind is we should maintain cleanliness of our body also and of our surroundings also and at home also. Then balanced diet, whatever food you are eating, it should be covered food, clean food and hygienic food, and you should take the vaccinations. So all these are the different measures which we have to keep in mind to protect ourselves from the infectious disease. Okay, children, understood?
Yes, teacher.
Yes. Now, here I am having few questions for you, children. Intestinal, true or false? Intestinal disease spread through air. The disease of intestine which are there, they are spreading through air. Is it true or false, children? Hello.
False.
False. Yes, very good. Intestinal disease spread through food. When you eat contaminated food, you get the intestinal disease like gastro and diarrhea. It is not through air. So here it is a false statement. Then second, some disease are caused by the anger of God. When the God is happy, you get the disease. Is that so?
Teacher, false.
False. Yes. God will not give us the disease. God will not be angry with us. If we will not maintain cleanliness, we will not eat proper food, we will not drink safe water, then we will get the disease. Yes or no? We will not get the disease by the anger of God. So it is a false statement. Okay. Then second question, classify the disease given below as disease that spread through food, water, and through air. So you have to tell me what disease are spread through, which type of disease are spread through what. Okay. Now the first one is malaria. How to
Malaria spreads from
yes, malaria fever. How do you have malaria fever?
water insects.
Yes, it is a disease which is spreading through the insects. Second, typhoid.
Teacher, through food also and through water also.
Yes, very good. Typhoid you get through food also and through water also. Then cholera.
Food and water.
Yes, cholera also is spreading through food and water. Tuberculosis.
Teacher, what?
Tuberculosis
Through air.
through air. Yes, this is a disease which is spreading through air. Then jaundice.
Teacher, through food and through water.
Yes, it is also spreading through food and water. Then gastro.
Through food.
Yes, when you eat contaminated food, you get the gastro. Then diarrhea.
Diarrhea through water.
Yes, also food also, beta. Diarrhea is a disease which is
teacher.
spreading through
What
food.
through water and through air?
Hmm.
Teacher, from food and water.
Yes, from food and water. Then the next one is diphtheria.
Through air.
Through air. Yes. So all these disease, they are spreading through food, water, air, and insects also. So you have to make the column and you have to write the disease in the right column. Okay, children?
Yes, teacher.
Now, children, I am having one homework for you. You have to write a short paragraph on coronavirus and also collect pictures and stick it in your notebook. So first, what you will do, you will write what is coronavirus, what is the meaning of coronavirus, what it is, what disease it is, about that. Then second, how it is caused, what are the causes of the spreading of this disease.
Teacher, means we have to write the paragraph for coronavirus.
Yes, you have to write a paragraph on coronavirus. So first you will write the meaning of coronavirus, then the causes of coronavirus, then how you can prevent yourself from coronavirus, and you have to collect the pictures also related to coronavirus and you have to stick it in your book. This is one type of activity for you regarding the infectious disease. Okay. Understood, children, all of you?
Yes, teacher, I have understood.
Okay, very good, children. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you so much, teacher.
Welcome, beta.